Hey, in this video, I have one question. Who is the strongest character ever? Well, to find out, I'll be consulting the Versus Wiki, a site where hundreds of people have spent countless hours power scaling over 29,000 characters and putting them into tiers. In this video, I will be going over every single tier and some of the characters in them, till we can finally see who stands at the top. Also, I've shown this site to Sai and Thug as well, so there'll be occasional clips of them in here too. Anyway, enjoy the video. Okay, so let's start off with the tiering system. Every character is put into a tier. Many characters are in multiple tiers due to their varying powers at certain points in their series and other circumstances. There are 12 tiers, 11 to 0, 11 being weakest, 0 being strongest. Every tier, except for 0, has an A, B, and C. For example, 11C, 11B, 11A, 5C, 5B, 5A. And not all, but most of the tiers have highs and lows. For example, low C, C, high C, or low A, high A. This helps spread apart the tiers and be more specific. Alright, so let's begin. So tier 11 is infinitesimal. So this tier pertains to characters or objects that can create/destroy or affect the whole structure of a lower dimensional universe, or layers/levels of reality, or lower layers/levels of reality. Please note that existing as a drawing or being made out of data/information is not to be ranked at this tier, as such beings are still three-dimensional but on an incredibly small scale. So this tier is beings who are 2D and under, so two-dimensional and lower, I guess. Even though 2D characters like drawings or cartoons are still considered 3D, so this is a little complicated, but these beings that are classified as two-dimensional or lower, basically. Okay, so this is tier 11C. So 11C is characters who can create, destroy, or exist on a zero-dimensional level. And this tier is completely filled to the top with SCPs. There's nothing here but SCPs. Well, no, there is. There's two things on this tier list that are not SCPs, and I did read up on these because I'm not reading a single one of these SCPs. Also, I'm pretty sure that every single tier in this entire site has SCPs on it, which, if not surprising, hey, great job. I don't know that for sure, but I'm gonna find out while making this video. And who knows, I might read a couple of them, but none of these ones. I did read up on the Monarch of Poland and this one. Forgive me if I butchered the name. Irotsuki. So the Monarch of Pointland is a zero-dimensional being. Big shock. That's what everyone on this tier is supposed to be. And from what I read down here, he hears the voices of higher dimensional beings and experiences them as nothing more than his own thoughts. And he's very self-centered. So I'm not reading all this other stuff. But oh wait, he's lost to. Okay, I wanted to share this. Every single one of these characters on this site have notable victories, losses, and inconclusive matches. While many characters on this site don't have anything, there are lots that do, and they're kind of interesting to look at. Apparently, they're inconclusive against Weeping Angels. Probably because they're a zero-dimensional being, and Weeping Angel is not. So that would make sense. Anyway, I just realized that. Okay, so Irotsuki is a girl. Well, if you look at her tiers down here, they're definitely a lot higher, even possibly low 2C via waking up apparently. But I read up here, she is on 11C to 11A because she can enter paintings that she draws. So, or that she can enter the worlds of the paintings she draws, so she can enter a zero-dimensional world. That's why she's here.
Erotsuki is the protagonist of Dream Marbling. She's an artist. Okay, living alone with her younger sibling. She explores her dreams and inside them her own paintings.
That's 11C. Alright, so here we are at 11B. 11B is one-dimensional characters. 11C was 0, 11B is one-dimensional beings, and there's only 6. 2 of them are SCPs. These 2 are from the same movie as the Monarch of Pointland. This is from a simulation game, and these, I don't know what these are from, but these are apparently, whatever series this is from, they have a being that completely rules a dimension, and there's 20 of them, so they would have a first dimensional one. Yeah, all in all, 11B is pretty lackluster. Okay, so now we're on 11A, so two-dimensional beings. Alright? There's 22 of them. I'm not gonna go every single one of them. Here we have a bunch of SCPs, as usual, and a soul-sucking death worm. Erotsuki is back, but we already knew that from our previous thing. But there's just a square. Protagonist flat landing. What is this? I'm now really curious on what the film. Is there somewhere I can watch this? Like, what is this? Is that what he? Ew. Why has he got hair? Huh. Wait, he's an attorney at law. Okay, you know what? We're not paying attention to Square anymore. He's a two-dimensional being, and that's all that matters. We also have the RCP-703. I don't know what RCP is. I clicked on this quickly to go look at it. It looks like SCP, but instead of secure, contain, protect, it's research, protect, contain. Anyway, RCP or RPC-703 is a bottle of Sprite Zero that every 24 hours turns one of its measurable properties to 0. Yeah, I just thought that was really interesting. Cause this is weird. Anyway,
that's a pretty cool name.
This creepy old man.
That's what they called me back in high school.
Mr. Mizipt is the main antagonist of the separate continuity DC comic miniseries.
I know
It's just a creepy old dude.
okay, so that's all of 11A. Now on to the next one. Okay, so now we're on tier 10. Human. 10C. Below average human level. Characters are objects capable of exerting force comparable to humans who are below the average norm in terms of strength, such as small children or infirm people, as well as smaller animals such as cats and dogs. This tier has 905 characters, so rather than showing the entire list like the previous tiers, I went through the entire thing and picked out a couple handfuls of characters that just kind of stood out to me. These characters include Bob the Tomato, the Coconut Crab, Buzz Lightyear, C-3PO, Chickens, Dobby, the Blobfish, the Dodo Bird, Herbert, Do the Flop Guy, Grogu, Remy, Minecraft Slime, the Sunflower, Winnie the Pooh, Zote the Mighty, the Peeper, and even the Argario Circles. And yes, I was right. There is also SCPs in this tier as well. In fact, there's 59 of them. Okay, now we're on 10B. So this is humans who are as strong as like teenagers or unathletic adults. So like a really basic human level, right? And this tier has 1,344 characters in it. There's a lot. And in this tier we have like the sphere from Flatland. Yeah, it came back again. I'm every time I see something from this movie, I'm getting more and more curious. Anyway, we also have the Balthazar clan from Rango, Clank from Ratchet and Clank, Flint Lockwood, the Emperor Penguins, you know, Morty and Megamind, as well as Santa, specifically from The Sims though. The Cat in the Hat and the Grinch are here, and also Six. And I also found that the Wolverine is on here, not the X-Men animal. And I think this thing needs to be higher because these things are terrifying, man. Like, just look at this.
Okay, this one's loaded
That's
up.
a Wolverine!
Yeah, so like, anyway, I'm gonna move on to the next tier now. Alright, tier 10A, the final tier of 10. So, this tier is athletic, so characters capable of exerting force comparable to that of more athletic humans, such as trained fighters are generally physically fit individuals. Right, so just more like athletic humans. There is 998 characters on this tier. Some of these characters might surprise you. Some I just thought were a little interesting that they were here. Also, I want to mention that there's a lot of guns on this tier as well. Anyway, there is Purple Guy. Yeah, I could see that.
There's an aardvark.
Iron Man is on the
Oh my
same
God.
level as an aardvark.
I didn't realize aardvarks are so strong. Holy, tier 10 is Lord of Bloody Weird. What's 10A again? Athlete level. Yeah, that's like really strong human.
The
Why is the aardvark here?
Octuriopus after.
Oh, he's
is
here.
a
He could.
nocturnal mammal subnative to Saharan Africa, and it uses its powerful claws to dig, burrow, and primarily feed on termites and other insects.
The aardvark's on the same level as Bruce Lee.
Dude, it says it could be even higher because of piercing damage.
Bruh.
The B1 Battle Droid. If he had the blaster, they'd be higher though. The main monster from the Backrooms, which apparently has a name. This lists it as bacteria. Anyway, yeah, this thing's here. Baymax, Frosty the Snowman, Jafar, Granny, Phineas, Rattlesnake Jake. Yes. Probably because of the machine gun on his tail. Snoopy, Stormtroopers, and Waldo from Where's Waldo? Tyga, a cassowary, and even Chuck E. Cheese on the Nintendo. There was a lot more characters on here, but those were just the ones that stuck out to me. So now we're gonna move on to tier 9. Okay, so now we're on tier 9C, street level, which has nothing to do with destroying a street. It just is in reference to like Street Fighters. Anyway, this tier is characters who stand at the threshold of human strength and capabilities, represented by Olympic level athletes or rigorously trained martial artists and larger animals. So like this is like the peak of human capabilities, right? Anyway, so the Aardvark is back once again. Here he is. We love him. He's here because of piercing damage. But I must say that this tier was really painful to go through because there are 3,224 entries on this tier. I have been scrolling through this tier for the past 40 minutes. There's so many. So, I'm gonna try to get through these characters a little faster than some of the other ones. So, we got Achilles. Apparently, Brandon Rogers is peak human level, I guess. Capybaras. Catnap. A crowbar. Elastigirl. All the Ghostface. The main FNAF crew. Han Solo. Hank Hill. Jabba the Hutt. Jax. Simba. Misato. A Moose. Peppa Pig. The Riddler. Pyramid Head. Tomo Aizawa. Gang Beasts. And Velociraptors. Yeah, this tier is full of interesting characters, and I'm sure it'll only get more unique as it goes on. Okay, so now we're on tier 9B. Tier 9B is wall level, so characters who can destroy or significantly damage extremely resistant materials such as stone, metal, or steel, or if there is durable, as construction such as boulders or walls, right? You know, last tier I was like, oh my gosh, I had to go through 3,000. Oh wow, we gotta go fast because that was a lot of work. I've been scrolling for the past 30 minutes. Tier 9B has 6,400. And the tier after this has 4,000 something. I have been scrolling and scrolling through so many names. And this tier had so many interesting ones. So this is... I'm gonna try to do it as quickly as last time. There's quite a few though, so... okay. Anyway. We got Ada Wong, Alf, the Xenomorphs, Anya. Somehow, I even read the thing. It's because she was able to punch another kid who was able to take who was able to withstand a really powerful dodgeball. And because she can launch a person who was able to withstand a really powerful dodgeball, therefore they can destroy walls. Okay. Arthur Morgan, Escalade, Bob, Baldy, Barney, a lot of Batmans, Butcher, Cad Bane, Camels, Captain Rex, Chi-Chi, Crash Bandicoot, Diogenes, the guy from in the pot from Getting Over It. I didn't even know he had a name. Then again, I've never seen the entire game, nor have I ever played it, so maybe that's common knowledge, but I didn't know that. The Dung Defenders here, Duke Nukem, the Forest Keeper from Lethal Company, Fox, Garfield, Giganotosaurus from Real Life, Glamrock Freddy,
Way to go, superstar!
Judy Hopps, the Kool-Aid Man, Larry the Cucumber, Lightning McQueen, Matt, Mikasa, Randall, Senku, Sid, Tigger. Okay, fun fact about Tigger, actually. Tigger was my grandpa's favorite character of all time. He absolutely loved Tigger. And when he died, we ended up getting a whole ton of Tigger merch. Yeah, so, fun fact. Anyway, Trevor, Walter White, Yor, and Sans. This grouping of characters is... this grouping of characters is like, okay, wow. Apparently, Larry the Cucumber, a camel, and Walter White are all on the same level as a Giganotosaurus. Oh my gosh. Wait, so Larry the Cucumber is on the same level as Batman? Okay, you know what? We're just gonna move to the next tier. Okay, so tier 9A is a small building level. So characters capable of destroying rooms or entire small constructions such as houses are more modest buildings. So rooms in small houses, basically. And this tier had 4,141 characters.
Sadly, the aardvark does not make it to small building level.
Some of which include A-Train, Super Battle Droids, Kenshi, Big Chungus, Sharptooth from Land Before Time, Clifford the Big Red Dog, Peter Griffin, and Endermite, the Minions, Nemesis, Ralph, Skipper, and even Papa Louie. I don't know when he destroyed a house, but you know what? I'd believe it. So, tier 8C. Building level. Characters who can destroy medium-sized buildings and constructions such as large factories or large complexes like supermarkets. There are 2,558 characters in this tier, which include Giorno, Caboose from Red vs. Blue, Peely, SCP-173, a Chain Chomp, the zombie from Plants vs. Zombies, Eve, Lego Gandalf, Ghost Leviathan, Koopa Troopas, Homer, Gyutaro, Rambo, Minecraft Llamas, The Medic, and Mr. Incredible. So, we've reached our first sub tier with high 8C. So, whereas 8C was building level, this is high building level. So, whereas the last 8C is large complexes, high 8C is like skyscrapers. So, there is 1,596 characters in this tier, which include Ameri, Atom Smasher, our Lord and Savior Dio, Skyrim Giants, Minecraft Guardians, Miles Morales from the Spider-Verse movies, Corrin, Mantis from Ark, Lucio, Raiden,
It's Morbid time.
and Morbius. Alright, Tier 8B, City Block Level. Characters who can destroy urban city blocks are equivalent areas of space. There's 1,601 characters in here like Toto, David Martinez, Ender Dragon, Hume Shroom, Hog Rider, Homelander. Now, before I continue, I just need to point out just how wild it is that these two characters are in the same tier. Anyway, we also have Picard, King Slime, Yun, and Eren Yeager. So tier 8A, multi-city block level. Characters who can destroy multiple urban city blocks or equivalent areas of space. It's got 1,529 characters in this tier, like AT-ATs, Guts, Liu Kang, Kit Fisto, Mahito, Insomniac Spider-Man, and Master Chief. Tier low 7C, small town level. Characters who can destroy a small town or settlement are those who can easily harm characters with small town levels of durability. There is 856 characters on this tier, like Diva, Einzel Gone, Angel Dust, Friedan, Chuck, and Henry Stickmin. Tier 7C, town level. Characters who can destroy a town are those who can easily harm characters of town levels of durability. There's 1,316 characters in this tier, like Po, Denji, Jean, Jumanji, Worms, and one of my personal heroes, Turnip Boy. Alright, tier high 7C, large town level. Characters who can destroy a large town are easily harmed characters that are the same strength or durability as a large town. Anyway, there's 762 characters on this tier, like Claptrap, Crazy Frog, the Care Bears, Ken Kennedy, Hulk Hogan, Luke Skywalker, Papa Raga the Obstoppa, and the Titans from Doom. Here we are at tier low 7B, small city level. Characters who can destroy a small city are those who can easily harm characters with a small city level of durability. Noticing a pattern yet? There are 1,107 characters in this tier, like Gojo and Sukuna, and I kid you not, Bidoof. The glorious Bidoof is here.
What? How?
Man, honestly, he should be at 0, but I mean, I guess we wouldn't want him to outshine everyone else. This tier also has Funny Valentine, Eric Cartman, Barappa the Rappa, and Raftalia. Tier 7B, city level. So they can destroy a city or easily harm those with city levels of durability. There is 1,606 characters in this tier, like Carl the Llama from Llamas with Hats, Asuna, Dr. Neo Cortex, Hellboy, the original Godzilla, Jason Voorhees, Pac-Man, Percy Jackson, Scar, and Spamton. On to tier 7A, mountain level. Characters who can destroy a mountain are people with mountain level durability. There is 1,026 characters on this tier, like Lucifer, Miriam, Balrogs, and everybody's favorite superhero ever, Aquaman.
No, not really.
Well, let's agree to disagree. Tier high 7A, large mountain level. So characters who can destroy large mountains or hurt people with the durability of a large mountain. There's 780 characters in this one, like Buggy, Blizzard, M. Bison, and Slowbro. Now, tier 6C, island level. Characters who can destroy an island or harm those with island level of durability. There's 1,456 characters in this tier, like Mario and Bowser, Elsa, Cranky Kong, Pikachu, Itachi, and the Venator class Star Destroyer. Tier high 6C, large island level. Characters who can destroy a large island are damage characters with a large island level of durability. There's 1,049 characters in this tier, like 2B, the Chicken of Darkness, Katakuri, Lancer, and Gamera.
What is this?
He's like, to put it simply, Godzilla, but big turtle instead. So, low 6B, small country level. Though they can destroy a small country or anyone with a small country level of durability. There's 829 characters in this tier, like Volt. Well, actually, there's a ton of Warframes in this tier, but Volt is just my favorite, so I chose him to represent. And there's also Diane, Killer Bee, and Ereshkigal. Now, tier 6B is country level, so they can destroy a country or equivalent levels of durability. Honestly, you get the pattern by now. I'm gonna skip the durability part from now on because you get it by now. Unless some of the higher tiers are like nearly paragraphs long of explanations. So maybe I will there, but for the most part, I'm just gonna ignore the durability part from now on. There is 736 characters in this tier, like Legendary Godzilla, Pea-Shooter, Master Oogway, Minato, and Live Action Piccolo. On to tier high 6-8, so large country level. They can destroy a large country. There is 392 characters in this one, so considerably smaller. But these include like Mash.
Bo Hancock. They really called him Bo Hancock.
Boa Hancock?
Oh, Boa Hancock. Oh, her!
Deku, Albert Wesker. I have no idea how to say this guy's name. I'm not even gonna try. This name just doesn't register with my brain. And Cthulhu. Honestly, I thought he'd be a lot higher, but I guess not. So, Tier 6A is Continental. Characters who can destroy continents. There's 541 characters in this tier, like Mihawk, Metal Bat, Flint Lockwood is back, and Waddle Dee. Okay. High 6A, multi-continental level, so they could destroy multiple continents. There's 1,136 characters in this tier. Did I say 1,136? There's 1,236. Anyway, a lot of characters stood out for me in this one. So, here we go. Meliodas, Tatsumaki, Gigan, Grimlock, the Greybeards from Skyrim, Haro, Heihachi Mashima, King Ghidorah, Master Hand, Meteoriana, the Sandbag from Smash Bros, Space Invaders, Urukiora, and Tails. Alright, I'd say we're probably around halfway there, but at this point, we are at Tier 5C. Moon level. They can destroy a moon, or anything of similar proportions to a moon, whatever. There's 671 characters on this tier, like Aang, the Annoying Orange, and the Empress of Light. Whitebeard, Madara, Megatron, Zoro, Yusuke, and Knuckles. Tier low 5B. Small planet level. They can destroy a small planet, and there is 394 characters in this tier, like Luffy, Naruto, Asta, and Omni-Man.
Think, Cat, think! What's another 17 crafting tables? I could always make another!
Now, Tier 5B is planetary, so characters that can create or destroy a planet. There are 1,125 characters in this tier, like Darth Vader, Yamcha, Arthur, Sackboy, and Adam from Record of Ragnarok. And if you haven't seen the Adam vs. Zeus fight from this series, I very highly recommend it. Tier 5A, large planet level. Characters who can create or destroy large gas giants such as Jupiter and Saturn. There are 818 characters in this tier, like Nuts, Ediza, Jake the Dog, and Link. Now, Tier High A is Dwarf Star level. Characters who can create / destroy very small stars. There is 368 characters in this tier, like the Genie from Aladdin, Akuma, the Ginyu Force, and of course, the Death Star. So, Tier low 4C, small star level. Characters who can destroy small stars. There's 145 characters in this tier, like Mega Man. He's the only character I chose in this tier. And now, Tier 4C, star level. Characters who can create or destroy a normal sized star. There are 445 characters in this tier, like Kaguya, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Sandman from Rise of the Guardians, and the Pink Panther. On to Tier 4B, solar system level. Characters who can create / destroy a solar system. There are 604 characters in this tier, like the Batman Who Laughs, Destroya, Godzilla Earth, which to my knowledge, Godzilla Earth is the biggest Godzilla ever. And there's also Rayman, and of course, Yoda. Tier 4A, multi-solar system level. Characters can destroy multiple solar systems. There are 763 characters in this tier, like these French fries. I don't know what they're from, I don't know who they are, but apparently these french fries can destroy multiple solar systems. There's also Gary, Godfrey from Elden Ring, and Sasuke. We are on tier 3C, galaxy level. Characters capable of creating or destroying a galaxy when the space between the celestial bodies is taken into account, as opposed to merely the matter encompassed by them. Anyway, there's 505 characters on this tier, like Garo, Aizen, Ferb, and the Power Star. So, you're telling me that if I just take this Power Star, I become a galaxy level character? Huh. I'm surprised that actually worked. Anyway, tier 3B. Multi-galaxy level. Characters capable of creating or destroying multiple galaxies when the space between the celestial objects is taken into account as well. There is 187 characters on this tier, like Ichigo and Asura. Honestly, I know nothing about Asura, but I have seen clips of the game, and it has made me very curious. Okay, we are at tier 3A, universe level. Here is where things start to get complicated. Here's the description. Characters who can destroy all celestial bodies within a volume at least equivalent to the observable universe via an omnidirectional explosion. Alternatively, create or significantly affect a universe of comparable size, which does not involve the destruction and or creation of a space-time. Yeah. Anyway, there's 454 characters in this tier, like SpongeBob, MCU Thanos, Earthworm Jim, Benimaru, all the Skylanders, Ganondorf, the Ninja Turtles, King Boo, and the Joker. Now, for tier high 3A, high universe level. This is not fun to read. Everything from now on is not fun to read. But here we go. Characters who demonstrate an infinite amount of energy on a 3D scale are those who can affect an infinite 3D area or an infinite number of finite or infinite universes, when not accounting for any higher dimensions or time, or more generally any realm of comparable size. Large numbers of infinite universes, unless casually closed from one another by a separate space-time or existence, only count for a higher level of this tier being infinitely stronger than this level, unless uncountably so does not qualify for a higher tier. You can read that too. It's on the screen. I butchered reading that. Like that sucked on my end. I'm not retaking that either. But you were able to read it yourself. If that makes sense to you, good on you. Anyway, there's 283 characters in this tier, like Jesse from Minecraft Story Mode, and like a whole bunch of legendary Pokemon and trainers. We're getting real close to the end with low 2C, Universal Plus. From now on, I am not reading the descriptions anyway. I'll put them up on screen here. If you want to read that, pause the video and read it yourself. I'm not. I'm just gonna go with the characters in the tier and how many characters are in the tier. For this tier, there is 1,311. Like Bill Cipher. Yeah, no, I have no idea how to say this guy's name. Like, look at this. What is this? Even in the anime, I believe they pronounce it as like Yahubba. How does this look like Yahubba? No, I hate this name. Anyway, there's Chica's Magic Rainbow from FNAF World. Every single Smite character. You ever play Smite? It's like League of Legends, but like way better. There's Gumball, the icon of sin from Doom. The Ice Climbers, Hirotsuki is back. Monica, Stewie, Alduin, and last but not least,
Ataria! It's the Optimum Prime!
Putang ina! Si Optimum Prime! Puking inang yan, Optimum Prime!
Optimus Prime. Okay, so here we are at Tier 2C, Multiversal. There's the text. There are 1,138 characters in this tier. You might have all been wondering when he'd show up, but here he is, Superman. Alongside Shinra, Dante, Piccolo, Kirby, and Sailor Moon. Tier 2B, Multiversal level. Wanted to clarify a mistake I made on the last tier. Last tier was low multiversal level. Anyway, there are 263 characters in this tier, like Rick, Kara, and because of Kingdom Hearts, Jack Sparrow. There's a ton of other Disney characters on here because of Kingdom Hearts, but none of them really matter compared to Jack Sparrow. On to Tier 2A, Multiversal Level Plus. There is 592 characters in this tier, like Alien X, Sephiroth, the cast of My Little Pony, Cynthia, Maxwell, and Rimuru. Well, we finally made it to Tier 1, the Tier Low 1C, Low Complex Multiverse level. There is 851 characters in this one, like Kratos, Goku, Bugs Bunny, The Flash, Wally West, because I chose Wally because he's faster, even though I prefer Barry, Sinbad, Sora,
Ah, heck yeah!
Shockwave, Gandalf, and yeah, that's it. Wait, what? Why do I? What's going on? Ah! Oh yeah, and Doom Guy. And look at that! He broke my window! Oh, okay, you know what? Moving on to the next tier. Tier 1C. Complex Multiverse level. This tier has 402 characters in it. Like, and not surprisingly at all, the best girl to ever exist ever, Atoria! Yeah, no shock that she's this high up. Literally the best female character ever. And Sonic's here too, I guess. So I would be thrilled about that. The Spectre and War Greymon. Tier High 1C. High Complex Multiversal level. There are 107 characters in this tier, like the Anti-Spiral, Dr. Manhattan, Wukong, and Victory Greymon. Before this, or making this video, I had no idea that Victory Greymon even existed. But now I do. And he's apparently quite strong. We're getting real close to the end. Here at Tier 1B, Hyperverse level. There are 89 characters in this tier. Like Godzilla from the Singular Points novelization, and Unicron. Tier High 1B, High Hyperverse level. There is 104 characters in this tier, like the Doctor from Doctor Who. I don't watch the show, so I don't know if this is the most popular one. It's just the first one I saw. And the Hulk. Tier Low 1A, Low Outerverse level with 95 characters. This is pretty much just full of Marvel characters who are in higher tiers anyway, but one that I did find that capped out here is Doctor Doom, so on to the next tier. We've made it to Tier 1A, Outerversal level. There are 283 characters in this tier, like Joker from Persona and Pennywise. The second final tier, Tier High 1A. High Elder Verso level. There's 143 characters in this tier, and it mostly consists of a ton of Marvel characters and a ton of SCPs. The two standouts are the Emperor of Mankind from 40k and Talos from the Elder Scrolls. And at last, we finally made it to the end. Tier 0. Boundless. There are 49 characters in this tier, which include Azathoth and Yog-Sothoth. So, great to see two Lovecraftian Eldritch horrors here. A ton of SCPs, but notably 682. And that's pretty much all that's here. Oh, yeah, and of course, Olsai. He's here too. Not really. Anyway, that is the final tier. So that was the Versus Wiki. I highly recommend you check out the site for yourself, as there's thousands and thousands of characters I completely overlooked. And tell me in the comments, were there any characters you were shocked by their placement? Or were there any characters that you were maybe proud of their placement? And since you made it to the end of the video, you could like and subscribe. I mean, that'd be pretty nice. Anyway, no, wait, no. Stay back! Back up! No! Ah!